Please rise for the gospel. The Holy Gospel according to Matthew, the 9th chapter.
Glory to you, Lord.
As Jesus was walking along, he saw a man called Matthew sitting at the tax collection station. And he said to him, "Follow me." And he got up and followed him. And as he sat at dinner in the house, many tax collectors and sinners came and were sitting with Jesus and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" But when he heard this, he said, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners." While he was saying these things to them, suddenly a leader came in and knelt before him, saying, "My daughter has just died, but come and lay your hand on her, and she will live." And Jesus got up and followed him with his disciples. Then suddenly a woman who had been suffering from a flow of blood for 12 years came up behind him and touched the fringe of his cloak. For she was saying to herself, "If only I touch his cloak, I will be made well." Jesus turned and seeing her said, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has made you well." And the woman was made well from that moment. When Jesus came to the leader's house and saw the flute players and the crowd making a commotion, he said, "Go away, for the girl is not dead, but sleeping." And they laughed at him. But when the crowd had been put outside, he went in and took her by the hand, and the girl got up. And the report of this spread through all of that district. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
You may be seated. Well, so like I said at the beginning, these are Sarah's words that I'm bringing to you today. So I'll do my best. It had been a very long day, one where the to-do list was getting done in short order. Calm the sea, check. Make the paralyzed man walk, check. Call that obnoxious tax collector to be a disciple, anger a few people in charge in the process, check and check. And now finally, Jesus was able to sit and relax for a moment or two. He had done what was needed to be done and was enjoying a spirited dinner with his motley crew of friends when once again the world invaded. And at his feet was a man, not just any man, but another one of those powerful ones, only this one didn't challenge or ridicule him like the others. This one begged for mercy. "Please come with me. My daughter has died, but I know if you just touch her, she will live." In that instant, plans changed, the meal ended, the conversation ceased, and Jesus followed. But before he was barely out the door, he looked down, and again someone lay at his feet, this time a woman, one of those he had seen hanging around on the outskirts of the city, not allowed to be near anyone else. And she too was begging to be healed. And in that instant, plans changed, because not even death stops Jesus. And he kneeled beside her, touched her, and wholeness became her whole new world. Story 2. It had been a very long day, one where the to-do list was getting done in short order. Drop the wild child off at school, check. Run to pick up a Target order, check. Answer some emails, make some visits, get an argument with mother, check, check, and check. And now you are almost done. The last child will be picked up shortly. You'll find yourself at home in your leggings, bacon for dinner, and a nice warm bed. and suddenly the world invades. You look up, and on the side of the road, holding a cardboard sign, a woman sits with her baby in a car seat, and your mind races. Because before you is two options. Turn left and pretend you didn't see the person literally begging for help and mercy in the 80-degree heat. Or go forward, make a U-turn, allow your plans to be changed, and ask to hear her story. And the light turns green. It's been such a long day, someone else will help her, help that baby, you reason. Someone else will do it. Because those in need may indeed stop Jesus, but they'll obviously not stop someone who claims to follow him. And before your plans can change, the car turns left and you don't look back. Two true stories. And although I know I'm supposed to be more like Jesus, I'm instead one who sees pain on the side of the road, unwilling to let the world invade and change my plans, unwilling to bend down to shield others from oncoming traffic, unwilling to touch the sweat, hear the stories, sit in the dirt, and see how I can help. I utterly failed, because that is exactly what we are called to do. We are called not only into this place here to only give our money to causes that touch our hearts. We are sent out into a world that invades our soul and begs for us to love it and touch it and watch it be healed. We cannot simply live in here in our safe spaces and hope that people will find their ways in. But we need to follow Jesus, who leads us to the dads with dying daughters and the women bleeding on the street. And with Jesus kneeling beside us, we are called to literally touch them. And no, obviously, this scares me as much as it scares you, because touching is not something many of us are comfortable with. I'm saying the same thing in my head. I can't touch her. You know what kind of people she hangs out with. You know what kinds of things she does. I can't risk my own health and safety and comfort just because Jesus thinks it's a good idea. But you know what we are called to touch others. Obviously with permission granted and when appropriate. Because in doing so, miracles happen. We touch others because in doing so, you drop your defenses, you stop what you're doing, and your entire focus is on another. When you're holding someone's hand or embracing their shoulders or tending to their pain, you can't also be talking on your cell phone or making appointments or worrying about your own to-do lists. And physically touching, you become entirely present in that very moment. You become aware of someone else's needs. You become open to the possibility that Jesus not only kneels beside you, but is the one lying, sitting, needing comfort right in front of you. Because in these moments of intimacy, we encounter God. I struggled as I was writing this because it feels like just one more thing we need to be doing, one more act that we don't do enough, that we need to do more of. But I don't think we let our world be interrupted by others because it makes us a better person, because we're trying to be like Jesus. We let our world be interrupted. We touch the pain in others because in doing so, we see Christ. We become Christ to each other, a mirror where, with a simple touch, Christ is revealed and all are transformed. If you decide to live this way, your life will not always be on schedule. The world will call you, Jesus will send you, and Christ will lie before you. But he promises that you will not leave these encounters unchanged. You will be transformed. Because with the touch of God, an obnoxious tax collector becomes a faithful disciple. A bleeding woman is restored to wholeness. The dead will always be raised, and you might just be changed in the process.